welcome everybody to the first ever Great War Games on FantasyRP. I am your main host, Deepvoiceguy, and this is my co-host, Harold.
For your entertainment, the three nations of Ordheim, Torskara, and Westholm have gathered some of the best fighters in the land of Enarion to engage in rounds of melee, joust, and archery in the first war games ever. I would say that the rivalry between Ordheim and Westholm has been brewing for some time now, boys. I think both nations will see this as a bloody way of settling debts owed.
Not only that, but it's also a very fun event for everyone to watch. You can see the lines outside already filling up. Well, let's first start to say a little bit about the events. As I said, we have melee, archery, and jousting, and one special at the end. Can you tell us a little bit about them, Harold?
Yes, we have an incredible melee tournament about to happen. As far as I can see, it's going to be a 3 versus 3 versus 3 for most of it, and then it will go slowly down into the final. You then have the archery at the last side, and the joust. So the archery will be, you have 3 members of every nation going for points on the point boards, and then on the joust you have a lovely bracket of members of the different nations, and they will come to a head as well. And then at the end we have obviously the boss fight, possibly, and the skirmish as well.
Special events, as said by Harold, a boss fight and a skirmish. We're really looking forward to each one of these, and of course there are a lot of people actually fighting in this.
Yeah.
We won't say anything about it just yet. We will say it once the time is there. We can see all of the people lining up. How many people are there?
I couldn't
Harold,
tell you,
know?
voice. I couldn't tell you, voice. There's more than 100 here to see this event tonight. It's going to be unbelievable. We have probably over 80 people here waiting, maybe 100 people waiting to get in to watch this bloody brawl that's about to happen.
Yeah, you can see the people are already joining into the arena. I can see some, I believe these are elves inside of the arena, or are they dwarves? I'm not sure. Harold, do you know which ones they are?
I think this is the contestants basically getting a feel for the arena, voice. I think this is us.
Right.
Everybody having a good look at what's been built by the three nations for this event. It's purpose built for this event, voice. So, you know, it's a new thing for everybody, and I think everybody's getting very excited for the prospect of us, you know, having this tournament.
It sure does look very promising. You can see the high nobility and royalty already standing inside of their respective areas, watching over the contestants and the spectators. I am really looking forward to this. How about you, Harold?
I could not wait. We've been waiting for this for a very long time now. I will tell you that there is possibly going to be a surprise later on in the tournament, possibly, whereby, you know, members of the Royal Guard and even possibly the kings or the nation leaders themselves might be fighting. So we will see.
I'm
what
really
happens.
looking forward to that, indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. We have, honestly, I think everybody who could be here has come today.
Indeed, the brackets have come up. We can see who are fighting in the first round of the A and B side. I believe it's in the order of human, elves, and then dwarves. I'm not sure if I am mistaken. Please forgive me. But it seems to be for the humans that will be fighting will be Urizel, Charlemagne, and Aragon.
Charlemagne, Graf, and they will be fighting as a team, as a unit. They will be fighting the elves, who have scary stories, Gord, internship, and they'll be fighting as a team against the dwarves, who have Bardmain here, Gimme Your Money, and DP Magician. Now, I will tell you, these are their Minecraft names, not their roleplay names, which I can give.
Roleplay and everything will be different, indeed.
Of course. So, we have Uziriel is the easiest one of the lot. He is Uziriel in game. Charlemagne has the name of Dick. Graf has Arve de Retford. So the Retfords, as far as I know, is a noble house. So this is obviously becoming a big thing for them. They've sent their own nobility out to fight against the other nations.
Have they set up their nobility, or does the nobility house of Redfoot themselves want to make name for themselves and perhaps create a possibility to gain higher nobility or even royalty?
Oh, very possibly, Voice. Very possibly. I mean, this is the biggest event, I think, in the history of Enarion at this point. You know, everybody is wanting to win. They want to have the ability to say that they have won against their fellow nations. It's a massive, massive, massive event. The elf
as well as
side,
the arena.
Yeah, the arena's great. The elf side, we have Scary Stories. He is, of course, hero of the Royal Guard. So the elves have sent out their Royal Guard to fight against the nobility of the human race. It's an incredible thing. So we have Hero and we have Gord, who is Nardual. He is the marshal, actually the marshal of the elves. He is probably one of the highest ranked people in all three nations, to be honest with you. There is only ever one marshal of each nation. So he is the big dog, if that makes sense. You then have Internship, who is Yuri. He is also from the Royal Guard. So you have a full complement of a marshal and 2 Royal Guards out in force for the melee from the elves. And then if you allow me, Voice, in the dwarves, you have Thorkel Ironeye, who's Bard main here, and you have Sturgis Wengman Jensen who's Give Me Your Money, and then you have, and this is the most interesting part, Voice, and this is the bit I didn't realize this was going to happen. You have Thorsten, who is the king of the dwarves, fighting for the dwarves today in the melee.
He will be fighting himself. That is
he
very
will be
interesting.
fighting himself, Voice. Can you believe
that? That is going to be a great sight to see. I am really looking forward to that.
I don't know.
And for the dwarves, I believe, or was it the elves? These were the dwarves.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think they're still setting up the arena, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, right. Well, anyways, you can see already the royalty is gathering up inside of their respective towers, including their own royal guards. I can see the dwarves and I can see the humans, I believe, and on the other side should be the elves, but in the elf section I don't see any. Yes, Edwin the First. Is Edwin the First? That is a human, right? Because then we will also know in which tower everyone is. Anyways, going on the brackets, that is an A bracket. Also, we have a B bracket in the second round. On the first round, and they will also be fighting right after the first round in the A bracket. They will meet again at the finals. So everyone will be fighting against each other and with each other, but only the survivors will go to round 2. We don't know who will be surviving, and whether the humans, elves, and dwarves will be fighting with each other or even against each other, baiting each other out just to get to the second round of theirs.
No, I can agree with you, Voice. I think there is definitely going to be some strategy coming to play here. I think you have some real talent coming through from all 3 nations. The people I guess I would be watching at this point in time would probably be Charlemagne, Dick on the human side. You also have Gord in the elves. He is probably one of the best fighters, I think, on the server at this moment in time. Nardual, the marshal of the elves. And then from the dwarf side, I think the king himself. I have seen him fight before, and I think he will be the black horse of the race. He's going to come through, and he's going to definitely cause some problems for everybody else.
All right, and they also have the ultimate peacetime bracket, where we currently have Ninja Climb, Aragon, and Munluck for the humans. We have Ayers, Corin, and Flemish Supremacy for the elves. We have Akam, 7912, Vibio, and Dips for the dwarves. Could you search for me which ones they are?
Yes, I can. Give me 2 seconds, Voice. So you have Ninja Climb, who is Leo Frick of Muirfield. I have actually seen him fight before. He is extremely good at what he does. You have Ed Wolf of Muirfield, so you have a lot of Muirfield guys coming out here. He's also extremely good at what he does. He is definitely going to cause a lot of problems for everybody on the field.
And this Edwin, is it a human or is that a elf?
Oh, Mamluk, who is Ed Wolf, he is a human voice. Then for Argon, he is Rolf of Norn. So you have three probably very, very decent fighters from the humans in the second bracket.
It certainly does look beautiful.
Yeah, for the second bracket, if you give me 2 seconds, voice, I'm just having a quick look here, making sure I have the right information. You have Fledring Driscoll's for Ayers, so he is also an extremely talented fighter as far as I remember. And then you also have Baylor Isarilos. He is Corin for the elf side. And then for the elf side, ending it up, you have Ulrich, who is obviously another very, very good fighter as far as my memory serves me. You then have, for the dwarves, if you do permit me to just have a quick look here, you have Thrain Ironfoot as Akam 7912. You then have Zigrod Goldpouch, who is Vibio, and then you also have Rhaegar the Ruthless in Dip Z. So I will tell you, voice, the Dip Z is an extremely talented fighter. I've seen him fight before, and I think this is going to be an incredible tournament.
Of course, no favoritism is shown here. All of the competitors are, of course, the best of their respective races. Because a single race would send their worst fighter out. Of course, they are the best in the melee. Later on, we will be seeing the archers and the jousters. They are quite different. I haven't really often seen a dwarf on a horse, though.
No, it's definitely a very strange sight. It's a strange sight, voice, seeing a dwarf on a horse. Whether or not they'll take their signature smaller horses or not, this is entirely, I guess, up to the organizers of the event, if that's going to be allowed. But if they have to ride real large horses, it could end up being a bit of a disadvantage.
Indeed, it does. Anyways, taking a look at the stadium, people are flowing in. The outside is completely clear right now, and if you look inside, wow, this looks amazing. The stands are completely filled. You see all the royals, nobility, and their respective royal guards standing everywhere, ready to watch, ready to shout for their favorite heroes fight. How does this look to you, Harold?
I am in amazement. This is such a great turnout for Enarion, and we're doing this within peaceful ground, basically. You know, everybody here has said they will come and see the tournament. They will take part in viewing the tournament without bloodshed within the stands, and I think that's a real good thing for the entirety of the nations to have the ability to show their ability on the tournament field without causing any sort of issues within the crowd of the stand.
Without causing harm to each other.
Yes, of course.
This is friendship. This is fun. And of course, I am new to these lands. Who are the organizers? Could you tell me?
Sure. The organizers are a team of like-minded individuals on the event team for fantasy roleplay. They take characters of all fields and types and make them into event characters such as these that we see here. It really is a group effort. There is no single one person in charge, but you will probably see one of them come out of the woodwork soon, who will dictate how things will go further from here. I would imagine that it's a sarcastic Siva up here. He has the best seat in the house, Pierre de Bourbet. It's very possible that it might be him, but we'll see.
We will definitely see. The arena is getting filled up. I see doors opening and closing everywhere. I believe people are ready to fight. The timer is running down. The timer is running down. Everyone is exciting. I hear a lot of yelling in this arena. People are excited.
This is, as I say, the first time, and as a new person to this to this land, Voice. Welcome. And, this is, I'm glad you're here to see this amazing, amazing ability to gather so many people together for what is essentially going to be something that's going to be talked about for many weeks to come.
Definitely it will. And of course, by the organizers, they will make money out of this. That is definitely sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we hope that there won't be any rivalries afterwards. I hope everything will go clean, everything will go completely north, nothing will go south. But, well, they are warriors, they are competitive, everything may happen.
Who knows what's going to happen with the king actually fighting in the melee for the dwarves? Who knows? I know there's been some real bad blood between the humans of Westholme and the dwarves of Calordine, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that bubbles over today, because they actually shaved Rogrim's beard not too long ago after attacking some nobility on the roads. The dwarves attacked the humans. So there has definitely been some bad blood already, but it's good to see that everybody's actually been able to come together and make an event like this happen. But as I say, who knows what's going to happen when it comes down to fighting on the field? Will things get dirty? I don't know.
Perhaps hearing that this will happen is actually an extra boost of confidence for the dwarves. They have already made a move against the humans, and they are certain they are strong enough. However, for the humans on the other side, they now know that the man who attacked their own kind is fighting in the melee and may actually be beaten down.
It's very possible.
It's super exciting to see.
I don't know how. It's very unusual for the king or the queen of the nation to actually get involved like this, to actually get onto the field and fight. So, some people might see it as a great success in terms of the nation entrusting their loyalties and things into the king to fight on their behalf. And others might see it as foolish. So I don't know what's going to happen. If he gets beaten to a pulp in the first round, and the dwarves don't go through, it's going to be pretty horrendous for him.
It is going to be pretty horrendous. On the other side, you do have the elves. What is the elf standing in this skirmish that is currently going on between the humans and the dwarves?
As far as I know, their standing is neutral. They have some very little bad blood between the humans, the elves, and the dwarves and the elves. I mean, they are pretty much the neutral party in all of this. So it's going to be very interesting. I guess they'll be watching what happens between the dwarves and the humans. But as you know, if it does end up coming to some sort of war, which is very possible, but I would say unlikely, if it does, then the elves may have to choose a side. And who knows? It might be the side who wins this tonight. You never know.
Will they be fighting for the strong one? However, in terms of the melee here, yes, the humans and the dwarves have issues. Will the elves be smart enough to actually make use of that? Let them fight it out while they just stand on the side and watch them fight. Watch them get beaten down together. I see warriors on each side trying to yell insecurities and insults towards the other competitors. I don't know if it works though. What I was saying, the elves. The elves.
Well, what I would say is
it's going one side to another.
They're speaking their own languages, and I guess they can all. Yes, they can speak in their own languages, and it's very unusual for somebody to have proficiency in all three languages, and then the fourth one obviously being common that we all understand. But the three languages of the different races has definitely caused some problems with diplomacy, if you can understand what I mean. Talking to one another in their own languages, it's one of those things. You never know what somebody's saying about you behind your back.
But like I was saying, the elves, are they smart enough to stand to the side and let the dwarves and humans fight it out first, and then go in themselves to don't risk any numbers? Or will they actually make use of the chaos that the elves and humans are creating, and show their bravery and their own sword skills in the melee?
It's very possible. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen, Voice, but I would say that the elves have some very competent PvPers, some fighters of great renown. So I don't know. I would be I think that if they're smart, they will stand back and they will watch the humans and the dwarves tear themselves apart against each other and then run in. But I would say that it would be a very cowardly thing to do. But whether or not it wins them the day, who knows?
Indeed it does. You can see the royalty is standing all together. I see the dwarves. They have a lot of royal guards standing up here together with their royalty. I wonder if the royalty can see anything with all these royal guards standing up here.
Oh, very possibly.
You have the elves and you have the elves with only a few royal guards and
well, just remember,
the rest are standing down here.
Just remember that their actual king, everybody's vying up here for a good look because their king is waiting in the doldrums. He's waiting to fight.
That is true. On the other hand, you do have, of course, the other royalty and other nobility standing up here, or sitting up here, I see. They are taking the best places.
Yeah, you have the King of Westholm on one side, you have the Queen of Torascara on the other. It's going to be an incredible day for nation diplomacy, and I think there is possibly an after party after this, and I think we're both invited, Voice.
I sure hope we do. I'm looking forward to the doors to open, the doors to open, and the first warriors of the first rounds to storm in and have a good one going at it.
It looks like we're gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be close, to be honest with you. It looks like we're gonna go in the next possible minute or so. But we'll, I think we're gonna see a lot of W tapping. I think we're gonna see a lot of strafing. You have some very competent fighters on both sides. I think at the end of the day, it might come down to chance. But I'll tell you what. There is zero problems with the server. There's zero problems with the plugins. There's zero problems with the PvP. So it will come down to only skill. And as far as I'm aware, that's what everybody wants.
And you can see the dwarves have already left to get ready. The other two teams are currently set, and fighting will commence very soon. It is going to be an amazing time very soon. We have beautiful nights staring here. The moon is out. And everyone just looks amazing. I am looking forward to this. How about you?
Oh, without a doubt. I've been looking forward to this for the last week or two. Ever since we started planning this, it's been definitely something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. Just to see that these people come together in front of everybody in their nations, really. Everybody who could make it today. It's a momentous moment, and I think that the person who wins this will have an extreme reputation on the server, if not only in their nation, but in every nation across the server.
Of course, they will have in every single nation, and they may inflict fear upon the others, which in future land skirmishes will very well be coming in handy.
Oh, very well, yeah. I mean, it's a massive thing. If you saw the winner of this tournament roll out into battle, I think you would be running the other way, Voice.
Would it be running the other way or running towards them? Because right now, this is the chance for heroes to come onto the battlefield. Not only the battlefield, to the skirmishes, towards the royalty, towards the rich, towards all the riches all around in this arena. I mean, all of the royalty is standing here. All of the nobility is standing here. All of the common folk are standing here. The soldiers, the janitors, everyone. Cooks. They brought everyone. They want to show off everything just before the match even starts. They want to show them that they are not scared. They won't be scared because they are winning this fight. But it's every single nation is currently doing this, so everyone is scary. Everyone is looking great tonight.
Yes, I would agree, and I think it looks like we're possibly getting a way here. I think we're going to be going very soon. I would say that I think in my book, if I was to put some money on it, I think that the elves probably have the best chance out of all three at the moment. Where would your money be?
I have no idea. I mean, the Dwarven King is fighting. And I don't want to offend anyone here, so I am going. I can see the humans. I can see the humans and the elves are both lined up. Two royal guards on the side of the humans. I can see that. That is actually very scary to see. And a nobility from the elves. The dwarves are currently standing near the doors. probably going in very soon. But
I can
two
see
royal
them.
guards
I can see them,
fighting
boys.
one king. One king is of course a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be great to see that, but two royal guards up in front of him.
Yeah.
I don't know if the elves actually picked the right people for this. Because a king and two royal guards are in front of them. Of course, they have nobility. They have two great fighters, undoubtedly. But I mean, the names that they have in front of them, those are big names.
Oh, of course. But as we went through it at the start, you know, all nations have sent their best of the best. They cannot be beaten. These are the guys who will train every day just to try and get some sliver of reputation out of it. So I do think that this is definitely going to be one to remember when it comes across.
And Pierre Bordeaux bows deeply. You can see him sitting on his balcony. He already said it. And we begin the first of the events, the melee. The melee is now starting. The doors are opening, and you can see the warriors slowly creeping into the arena, getting a feel, getting a little bit adjusted to the sunlight that's just starting to come out. The first fight is starting very soon. Oh, this looks amazing, doesn't it?
Looks absolutely incredible. What I would tell you is that it looks like there will be some sort of countdown before it all starts. And when the countdown starts, when it reaches 0, they will be allowed to fight in the arena. And you can hear the crowd, boys. I'm not sure if you can hear the crowd. The crowd is going absolutely crazy.
You can hear them all over. The entire area is probably... The entire area, even the farmers close by can probably hear the sounds of this arena. This is so loud. Everyone is shouting. Everyone is cheering. For their own respective
Here we go.
people,
It's commencing. And
it
they've
has
got the
commenced.
bows out. They have the bows out.
They're trying to go for the ranged first. You can see that the elves indeed are looking and trying to actually let the humans and the dwarves fight it out first. You can see that indeed what had happened.
You can see the humans. Have a look at the humans. They are just snaking across the arena like oh, and they're in.
And they're in. The first kills have been created. It has happened, ladies and gentlemen, and already the dwarves have all been taken out.
Wow.
It was very smart for them to do it first. The humans are actually dominating the arena currently. They are teaming up quite nicely, and the first elf has fallen. Oh wow, the combinations of...
As far as I know, voice, the yellow is the elves, and they have won.
Yellow is the elves.
Yellow is the elves.
Had it wrong the entire time. Okay, wow.
That's an incredible win.
Dominated the entirety of it.
That is an incredible win. They didn't lose a single person. That's incredible.
They didn't lose a single person. They are already set for the finals. They have an elf in the finals. It is already set. This is going to be great. The next round will consist only of elves. But of course, the other races still have a chance in the B bracket.
They'll have a chance in the B bracket, but I don't think anybody expected all 3 of them to get through. What a turn up! That's hilarious.
Teamwork.
That is absolutely incredible. All 3 of them, champions, every single one.
What I didn't expect actually is that the dwarves were out first. Like all the dwarves were out first, and then it was just a battle between the elves and the humans.
Oh, definitely. The crowd are throwing things. They're throwing bone meal, coal, carrots, sticks and coal, and baked potatoes into the field of battle, and it's quite a momentous moment. I think everybody is feeling a little bit hard done by that. All 3 elves went through, and not a single fighter from any other nation actually got through. What a turn up! This is definitely. I'm not sure if you understand how incredible this is, but I don't even think the event organizers realized this might happen.
I did. Nobody thought this, especially not the elves. Look at how ecstatic they are. They are out of their minds themselves. The warriors are just going through you. But this shows something. As if this shows anything, it shows that their army, and especially their royal guards, is a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. And I think you do have to remember that the elves definitely played this one correctly. And I think as far as I said before, you know, you send your marshal, you send your 2 royal guards, you send the 3 best, probably the best people in your army to fight. You're gonna win, hopefully, more than likely. I do think that the Retford on the human side will be going home with his tail between his legs, and the king of the dwarves may be licking his wounds a little after that battle.
They definitely will. Wow, this is actually, for both the humans and for the dwarves, they both have sent nobility / royalty into the melee, and both have lost. None of them have returned with any honor left, because they have all been beaten by elves. The elves have dominated the first round in the entire war games. That is great to see.
Absolutely incredible. Not something I was going to, I guess, ever expect all 3 of them to get through. It is definitely something I don't think anybody expected. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. The humans are out again, and the dwarves are back in their pit as well. And it's possibly that they may go again, Voice.
What also is possible is that now the dwarves and the humans are going to be angry at the elves, and in the B bracket they may or may not be teaming up to make sure that the elves will not get only elves in the finals. Because if this happens the exact same in the B brackets,
oh boy,
that is going to be funny.
It's gonna be an incredible turn up, that one. If you have two teams of elves who win both the melee, yes, it's definitely. So I think in terms of nation politics, in terms of how this is all going to work out in the end, you have
indeed you have the next human warriors already on the field. They are ready. They are mad. They didn't want this to happen. They are ready to fight. You see here on the lineup, because well, the elves and the dwarves are still making something out of it. You can see Rolf of Norm, Adolf of Merfield, and Leofric of Merfield. Those are Robert's cousins? I'm not sure, but definitely family of each other. That is going to be very good to see. That's probably going to make some extra teamwork going through. That is definitely sure.
It looks like both
I can see also the dwarves. The dwarves are also entering the arena. You see that right here, the Ruthless, Zigrod, Goldpouch, and Thrain Ironfoot have entered the arena. They have sent a noble onto the field. They are going for it again. Maybe this time nobility will actually succeed.
I hope so.
Like the previous one.
I hope so. I do hope that the dwarves and the humans are managed to actually get rid of the elves, or win something at least. It'll be definitely quite interesting to see what happens.
The doors have opened for the second round. The elves have entered the arena. You can see these are different. They are different. These men are definitely going to do something different. I expect the turnout to be actually way different than the first one.
Very possibly, Voice. I mean, we have all the possibility in the world, but I do think that your comment about the humans and the dwarves teaming up to take on the elves may actually be something that is understood. And we're about to go here.
And it has already started.
Yeah.
Look at the turn up. Oh my god, this is going great.
The humans seem to be hugging the wall. And as you said, Voice,
are teaming up.
They're teaming up.
They're teaming up. They don't want any elves in the next round.
Oh boy. There's only one elf left. Can he do it? Can he make it?
One elf has actually managed to survive the 2-on-1. The humans are going one by one, healing and...
and there you go.
That. But, however, the last 3 survivors were humans and an elf.
But what a disgrace, though. They killed the elf. The 3 of them were meant to be champions, but they still killed him. Oh, what a disgrace!
That was cold-blooded, really hard.
That was disgraceful, but definitely a message sent to the Elven nation. You're not going to win this one. Yeah, you're not going to win this one. Wow.
arrows are being shot into the field. It was disgusting from the humans.
Definitely something that I think the organizer is probably going to call them up on. But yeah, 3 people were meant to go through, teaming up on the last man standing, the elves. That is definitely quite a scummy move. But it is the tournament field.
Whether it is anything of the sort or it isn't, well, that is for the organizers to decide, because, well, the organizers do have the permission and the power to eliminate the humans from the event just for making something like this happen, because it is unheard of making something like this happen during a war game. It was supposed to be all friendly, it was supposed to be all nice. However, the humans did not partake in this. I don't know if their king or queen set them up for this. Did the nobility do this, or wasn't it really coordinated? Was it in the heat of battle that they just decided to follow through? The organizers and referees will definitely make a statement on this later on.
I would imagine they will. Yeah, I think it might have been the heat of the battle. I think it might have been just, we see an enemy, we have to destroy him, we have to get rid of him. But you never know. You never know. It might have been strategic.
It does show the tunnel vision that the humans currently have. They didn't want any else to go through, so they just slaughtered.
Whether or not the organizers will let that elf through, or they'll have a replacement elf in their stead as they recover from their injuries, obviously, who knows? But we will only await their word on this. That was a great second bracket, as far as I'm aware. I think your understanding of the situation with them teaming up on the elves was definitely a well 1-1. You definitely got that one right, Voice.
Yeah, but it was quite easy as well, because neither the humans nor the dwarves really want to have elves only going through to the finals or even a second round. That would be an entire disaster. That would be an insult to both of their races. They both understand that. They are not... Oh. Something has been spawned in here. The archery and the archery field has been inserted into the field.
Oh yeah, so it has. So it looks like we will be going to archery next. As far as I can see, it's going to be a great battle between the 3 contestants on for every nation. We will see how they stand up to the archery task ahead. As far as I know, just to describe how this works, as I pull my little explanation up. As far as I know, if you get hits on the targets, you will get a point. Whether or not that target has to be hit, where it has to be hit, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure that the organizer of the event will tell us in game.
They will sure tell us. It does look like there are 5 targets, each on a little bit further from each other and on different heights as well. It is going to be quite a sight to see. I don't know whether the elves are actually more sufficient or less efficient in these kind of things than the other races, because in the past melees you could see that the elves first pulled out their bows. They first tried to shoot the other races to get their health down, to get each other a little bit injured before the fight even started. I'm looking forward to this. I believe that the elves are definitely going to have a little bit of a standoff against the other races again.
I think the elves probably have a massive advantage here, to be honest with you, Voice. They have the stature, they have the height, and they have the arm length to draw the bow further. Whether or not that bow will go more precisely to the target, that's another thing entirely. But obviously the dwarves have smaller arms and smaller bodies, but larger chests. So whether or not they can get around it, and if they're all using the same bow, who knows? But we will see in time. It's definitely going to be a very interesting battle between the 3 nations. I think this is definitely an area that the humans or the dwarves will be able to gain some points in terms of the tournament.
It definitely will. I'm looking forward to it, because this is going to be amazing. I can see already some archers walking up on the field. They're probably going to look around. They're going to have a look on the targets. how far is it away, have a feel for it, and of course, hopefully, send some more honor than in the melee.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I would
well,
like
what
to
happens
see.
with... Go ahead.
I would like to see who comes out for each nation. As far as I'm aware, we have possibly a commander on the elf side who's coming out, but we'll see in time. I need to see who's coming out first to verify that.
And I have just received an notification that we are going into our archery right now. The archers are going to stand inside of their respective areas, and they will be entering the field one by one. This is going to be very good to see. They have 5 arrows and only 5 targets. Whether they will be hitting everything, I don't dare to set any money on anyone, because as the previous round, my money was on dwarves and the humans in the melee, but the elves just dominated it. So they apparently did practice a lot for it. They didn't want to be harassed for the rest of the time for it. Now,
Well,
I believe that it's the exact same for archery. They don't. The humans and the dwarves know that they have a disadvantage because of that natural advantages that the elves have. So they have probably practiced a lot more. They
it's
have
very
probably
likely.
trained for day and night, and probably have selected their best archers in the entirety of their kingdoms. They will challenge the elves.
It's very likely, Voice. I mean, we have, and a little birdie is telling me now that we do have a commander on the elf side. Definitely somebody who will be able to contend. Commander Vagon, who is currently whipping up the crowd into a frenzy. He's on the elf side, and you don't get commander in Tor Ascara without showing some sort of commitment to the job, if that makes sense. So we have possibly a very interesting battle ahead of us between the 3 nations.
They are definitely having a frenzy. They are shouting, but they are insulting. Well, it is kind of known that the dwarves do have a little bit of less power in the both of archery and in jousting, but we will see everything. I damn sure hope that they will get some payback from the melee, because their king has been slain. Their king has been beaten down. I sure hope that the dwarves are making a comeback in both of the next rounds.
I really hope so, or this is going to be very one-sided, Voice. It's going to be a one-sided tournament. So let's definitely see some action come from both those nations. I'm sure their respective leaders, especially the dwarven leader, will be screaming or making sure his guys are tip-top, ready to definitely go into battle.
I do hear one name from the elves, I believe. A name from the Ortheim. That's an elf, I believe, right? Apparently a crowd favorite, because I hear that name being shouted quite a lot here.
Toraskara is the name of the elven nation, and then Ordheim, Kalordheim is the name of the dwarven nation. So they're shouting for their home cities.
They're shouting for their home cities, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, as far as I can see, the competitor from the elves has been asked to come out and show us his skills on the archery. Whether or not he's going to be coming out soon, I don't know. If he's still preparing. We await the command from the commentator, from the showrunner, as it were.
The organizers, we are definitely waiting until it begins. The great organizer Pierre de Bordeaux will announce the next round to start. We are waiting currently for his word on it. You can see royalty on each side is getting ready. They want to see this, because the turnout for this event, that is going to change everything. And you can see currently a human have a going at it. Didn't hit that much, to be honest.
Lots of nasty shouts from the...
Have we already started, or is this
I'm not
going
100%
is
sure.
this
I don't
having a
know.
Feel for the range.
I think he's possibly having just a feel of the range. I think the crowd's going absolutely nuts in understanding of what's happening here. Somebody's just said trash from the crowd. It's and the booing. It's not good. It's not a good atmosphere in the crowd at this time. Whether or not this is going to end up being some sort of bloody brawl in the stands, I don't know. But we can only wait and see. Oh, the elf
shooting.
Yeah, the elf is out.
Oh,
Commander
wow,
Vane.
he is hitting everything.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, he hit everything.
That's
right
incredible.
In the center.
Commander.
That is some incredible turnout. Wow.
I do apologize. Commander Virion has come out and shown us that incredible display. Wow. Look at this.
He is hitting everything.
Oh, he missed one.
Last one. That is.
It looks like that went into the crowds. It does look like Alaric Lorindol possibly got an arrow to the knee, which is not great. I do hope that he gets better soon.
I just heard the Pierre de Bordeaux shouting down at the field. He does not want any fighting outside of the arena. Apparently, there are some skirmishes outside. The people are not happy with each other of what happened. Probably what happened in the melee, because, well,
very likely the melee voice.
Killing the last man. That is an insult. That is more of an insult than any words could do.
I do think the humans will be paying for that insult for quite a long time. I do think that the elves will return in kind in the next finale in the melee. It's going to be a very interesting time for bracket B in the melee.
It could also not be, because of course royalty is still on top of their game and they are the leaders of their respective kingdoms. They can also just excuse their own countrymen and punish them for their actions.
No, I understand, voice, but it's the insult that has been given that I think needs to be remedied by the respective nation leaders. In this case, the King of Westholme and the Queen of Torascara. So you have to understand that something of that magnitude within a group like this, who knows? And Uziriel has come out.
But a human contestant, Uziriel.
He is a human contestant. Yes, he is. It looks like he might just be taking a gander, understanding how far away they are. Here we go, and now for the human contestant, he has come out.
He's come out. He is taking a look at the targets.
Oh yes, he's definitely teeing up. He's definitely having a look.
He is definitely trying. He is looking for everything to be ready, and he is, as I said, first arrow right in the center, and a second as well. Wow, this is great.
That's a third, that's a fourth, and that's a fifth. And that's an incredible one.
The last three were all three from the center of the arena. He had chance to make it actually right up front, but he didn't. That is just insane archery skill.
Oh yeah, definitely bringing it back for the humans in that round.
He just took it without receiving any extra point. He just made it harder on himself.
Oh wow! Here we go again.
Show of skill, and he is going for it.
3, 4, and 5. That's 10 from 10. 10 from 10. That's a perfect score.
Wow, that was incredible.
And they definitely make them of something different in Westholme, that's for sure. It's unfortunate that Commander Virion did come out of the gate. I think he only scored a 9 out of 10. I'm not 100% sure, but he definitely did miss one of the targets.
Can I say what you
want? Oh wow!
Whoa! I see the elves are currently shooting at the human. That
possibly
is unheard of.
It's possibly a return on the insult given before, but who knows? It did come from the elven side. What an interesting display.
Has been given the announcement to go back into his side. He is still standing on the best.
I'm sure he will make his way. He will make his way soon, I'm sure.
But you can see that the elves are angry for what had happened during the melee, because they just shot an arrow at him.
Oh yeah,
That,
they're definitely not happy with that performance. That was definitely the best way that could have gone for him.
that is going to follow up on them for a very long time.
Mm. So we are waiting
we will
for the
see.
dwarven contestant to come out now, voice. We are waiting on him. I'm trying to find out who it might be.
The dwarven contestant is on the field. The human contestant is also on the field. He just left the arena.
Oh
He
yes,
just
we have.
stayed there for a very long time, just bathing in the glory that he just received from shooting that amazingly. Now we have
So
a
we-
dwarf.
Yes, we do. We have
Redson.
Lordmere Redson. Yes, definitely an unknown in the dwarven force, but I'm sure he wouldn't be picked if he didn't have the skills to get the job done. So we'll see here.
He is lining up. He starts immediately. He doesn't even take a look. He is confident. He is
2 out of 2.
He is sure. 2 out of 2. Of course, nothing is certain yet.
That's a 5 out of 5.
He is taking his grand time. Is it a 5 out of 5 though? The last one is the most difficult, and he did hit. That is
Incredible.
incredible. An incredible performance.
You do have
5
to
out of
remember.
5.
You do have to remember, voice, that for the dwarf, obviously of such short stature, smaller legs, smaller arms, but a big barrel body, it's definitely a more difficult task than for the elves or the humans.
But is it though? Because they certainly do have stronger arms from all the time of blacksmithing and carrying people on their shields. They are stronger. They can hold the arrow for longer, very likely. Especially with skills like these that he does.
For longer,
He
I would agree. But we have an issue whereby
he has time to just prepare.
Oh.
Ooh, he missed his first one. Now it all comes down to this, because if he just hits these two, then he is in equal grounds with the elf.
Wow,
And
he's in equal ground.
That is 9 for 10. That is an incredible score. That is an equal grounds with an elf. Even though the human did do better eventually, it is shown that they indeed did practice a lot more than the elves.
I do have the final scores of this tournament, of this archery tournament. I have them here. So we have for the dwarves, you have a total score of 18. For the humans, you have a total score of 24. And for the elves, there is a total score of 28. This is definitely a win for the elves, as the announcer has just given us. We have a champion of the archery, and that is the elves. That is Commander Virion. What a definite turn up for the books, voice. The elves have now won basically nearly every competition, every tournament that we've had so far on this field of battle. Who knows what's going to happen with the joust? It could be a very interesting turn of events.
And now the 1v1v1 is going up in the next round. The melee is coming back. The 1v1v1, the elves first for the A bracket, and then the 2 humans and an elf for the second bracket. None of the dwarves have made it to this round, so we probably won't be seeing much of them. It's an insult right there.
It's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good.
Not for the dwarves, no, but for the elves. They have 4 people into the next round already, although for one of them in the B bracket is 2 humans on 1 elf. That is going to be 2-on-1.
Oh, definitely.
However, we have seen that the elves are very proficient in melee combat.
Oh, definitely.
So we will definitely see some. I will think we will see something amazing from the singular elf that will be fighting in that round.
It's very possible.
And of course,
what I would say, though,
2 royal guards in the A bracket.
I reckon in the first A bracket you will have the 2 royal guards lay down their lives for the marshal, which is probably understood, or the marshal will always win, but maybe he will have his 2 men fight. You then have the second bracket. I think in the second bracket what you might have is that they will tag team the elf, obviously, that is left.
But will they go for strategy, or will they go for honor?
I think they will go for strategy.
Will they go for their own honor? Will they fight each other
In the first
know
round,
for themselves who is the stronger.
I'm not sure, Voice, because in the first round they killed that elf when they didn't have to. That was definitely a dishonorable act. So whether or not they want to show their honor now and let him win is totally an interesting point of contention. But we'll definitely see what happens. But what I would,
Yeah,
I
but
would
if
suspect,
they do, then the dwarves will get angry at them for letting him win.
oh, very likely.
Because the dwarves are also angry, but that they didn't go through. They are probably
very
equally
likely.
angry, and to have even more anger to pointed towards them from the dwarves is probably not the best idea that they can do right now.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of anger. Definitely a lot of anger from all three nations at this. Possibly not the elves, as they have had the most wins, but definitely
They
the
did have
dwarves
the most
and the
wins,
humans.
but there is anger from the elves towards the humans now because, well, they just killed him in cold blood,
Oh, definitely.
even after the last three were standing. So there is certainly some anger from the elves.
Very possible, very possible. But I think on the overall, who knows? They see themselves winning. They have the sympathy of the crowd, as it sounds. It could all be going well for them. So I
We
do
will
think
definitely see it. The three contestants from both the humans and the elves. Four elves. I need to say two contestants from the humans and four contestants from the elves and two contestants from the humans are readying up in their respective areas. This is an insult. I don't know if I have just insulted the dwarf for not being able to get through the first round. But we will see.
is it an insult if it's a fact? I don't think so. I think it's very well.
Insults.
Facts possibly can be insults, but I think telling the facts as they are is not against any sort of.
It is the truth.
The
isn't
truth. You can't run away from truth.
It? You can never.
So yes, I do think it's going to be very interesting this next battle. I think if the elves manage to lose this, I think they'll be the talk of the town. They'll be the disgrace of their respective nation. But who knows? Who knows, boys? It could be anything. I do think we'll be going forward quite soon here. I think we are definitely in the final preparations. Can I just say, Voice, the design of the tournament arena is particularly nice. I think having everybody around, it is excellent. You know, I'm looking around the crowd.
Gilberto has done an amazing job in making this possible.
They all have a very, very good view of the fight, and it's an incredible thing that we have been managed to build this on what is essentially common ground for all three nations.
I just heard from staff members that we are now going for 2 rounds of a 1v1v1, and afterwards we are going straight into jousting.
Wow. Incredible.
It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm definitely looking
in the
forward
first
to
round. We have 3 elves. 3 elves in one entire round.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it because, as you said, as they are standing right now, it is 2 royals standing in front of each other and a marshal standing on the sides. However, it is all what the king decided because it is the royal guard eventually.
Knowing Marshal Nardual, I think he might ask his guys to fight him fairly to see who might get the promotion, but we'll see. He's sitting in the front. He's sitting in the middle.
Yes,
what is this?
Sitting in the middle.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
They are fighting him first. They are killing him.
The elves have definitely not taken this seriously. They think they've got this in the bag, which they obviously do.
They are making a party out of this.
Wow. So they've dispensed with the
Hero
marshal.
and Turi. You can see Turi is healing up, waiting
Look at this.
for it. This is going to be the greatest fight. There will be not any combos. No one is giving any space to the other.
It's a good fight. It's definitely a good fight. It's going to be down to the wire, and it's
Hero just got a few more hits in. at the ending. I saw some arrows being shot into the arena. That is just...
So obviously against the rules. I did see them. They came from the dwarven side, which is not a great thing, I think. Possibly going to be an insult on that one as well. It's definitely an interesting time. I think that the second bracket will definitely be a lot more interesting than the first. People sitting on the tournament ground, what an insult. An insult to the things we've built for them to fight and for them to better understand their position within the community of this land, Enarion. But it's an interesting time.
And now we will be going to the B bracket after Hero is going to the finals. Hero is the champion. They may have already told each other, like, the Royal Guard is probably better at fighting. We want one of them in the finals.
It's very likely.
What happened? It is a jabbler sitting in the middle of the arena grounds. That is just a jab towards Pierre de Bordeaux after he did everything for all races to be equal in this one case scenario, in this one case event.
I also see it as a possible insult to both of the other nations, because when you think about it, he's sitting down in front of their royalty. He's sitting down in the face of, we have beaten all your best fighters, all the best people you've sent. We have beaten them, and all three of us have gotten through. It is an insult.
All three, not only that, but they have beaten the king of the Dwarves as well.
Oh wow, yes, of course they have beaten the king.
So perhaps they were sitting down as a jab towards the Dwarves for their height.
Very likely. It's very possible, Voice, that he was sitting down to jab them for their height. I know that they are called midgets, and they are called other not so very nice names. But yes, obviously, sitting down and pretending you're a dwarf is a very funny thing to do, possibly in front of your own kinsman. I think we're nearly ready for the next fight here. I think I'm watching people getting ready.
We have the lone elfin warrior ready in the field.
Wow.
Now we are just waiting for both of the humans to step in. No, wait, is this another one? It is another one. I believe the elves have found another. Have found someone else to fight for the elf that got killed in the first round of the melee. Is it Eadwulf of Mirfield who will be fighting instead?
No, Eadwulf of Mirlic is definitely from the humans. He is a human. And then you have Corin, who is from... Corin is an elf, so you have...
Balor.
You have fledgling Baylor Isolrius. He is definitely from the elves. And then you have over here Eadwulf of Mirfield, and then you should have as well...
Was it also Baylor?
Yes. We're also waiting for Rolf of Norn, who is just
in the first round, because I believe it was another name, right?
No, it was the same name.
It was
So
the
here
same
we
name?
go.
Right.
Here we go. Here we go.
He had been patched up.
He has been patched up.
As you can see, indeed, he is being 2v1. That is just.
It is definitely.
That does mean that they are scared of the elves.
Oh wow! And now they stand together. What will they do? Will they have?
It's just the humans.
Will they have a handshake and one of them dies, or how's it all going to end?
I saw an arrow being shot from the dwarven side into Eadwulf. That is
perhaps both of them will sit down and disrespect. Who knows?
That is
perhaps
bad positivity. I hope they don't, because it is a bad positivity in these kind of events. It should be.
They're taking steps towards each other. They're taking more steps
towards each other. They're probably figuring out who is going to make the first move. They are healing up. That is also a good.
Very likely they're just regaining their health at this moment in time.
Yeah, and they are charging at each other. They are going ready. Eadwulf is having he has way more combos.
And Eadwulf
his opponent Wolf.
Definitely the winner.
As you could see, Eadwulf did win.
Big combos there for Eadwulf. Definitely with his signature stake in his hand. The Muirfields obviously being known for rearing of cattle in the human lands. Definitely an interesting understanding of the rules of this great tournament. And do you see that? Do you see that the nation leader, the king of Westholme, has just laughed at the display put on by both those humans?
Oh, yes, I did.
I can tell you now that the dwarven leader and the queen of Torascara will not be laughing at that voice. They will not be laughing.
They will definitely not be laughing because this is a 2-on-1. That is not very sportively, but in terms of races, well, you could expect. It would be the greatest form of their own strategy to go for the one elf first. And the jousting field has been loaded in. The great ones are now starting. Now it's time for the jousting, where the dwarves likely have the lower hand. If you see what I did there.
Haha, I see what you did there. Whether or not this is going to be an interesting event for the dwarves, they may be using smaller horses. They may be using smaller horses. We don't know. We don't know how it's all going to work out just yet.
That not only that, but as well as we have seen with archery, they have trained really hard. And it's like the humans actually did better than the elves in terms of archery. We may even see a dwarf coming out first in this jousting event.
It's very possible. It's very possible. This is the last available event to get any sort of recognition between all of the nations that have assembled here. So they have to show up now. They have to do their best to get some sort of recognition, or they will be laughed at. They will be laughed at by the other nations in this regard.
I see some very creative insults being thrown around by the humans.
Oh,
where
yes.
They say that the elves love the dwarves. In
Wow.
terms of privacy. Wow, that is creative. I've never seen that before.
Neither have I.
All I've seen so far is insults about either height or their ears.
Yes, the humans seem to stop from getting any sort of abuse like that. But who knows where it's coming from? It might be coming from the humans. It might be coming from the elves. The elves definitely will be giving their best in this regard. I think they will be understood to be the winners so far of this tournament, but it could all change here.
You can see the jousters getting ready. You can see Pierre the Bordeaux readying his shout. Yeah, you can see the event hosts from the nation's games cavalry brought in. The first opponents laden in iron. The first jousters are ready. The tension is real. The first one is Roman himself. In his beautiful armor, is getting ready to joust. The dwarf Yusef Blackfist. Now we will see who is actually the great jouster.
It's unknown at this point. It could be anybody, but they will definitely answer the questions that we have about who is the better jouster, who is the better nation for jousting. I would imagine that anybody who wins this, the nation that does win this, may be building a jousting school in the near future.
Or of the way around, the loser win.
Ah, well, this is
Because
true, but
they would definitely be calling it.
but would you not want to be trained by the best in the land?
Maybe they are even. This is just a theory, of course. I don't expect it to happen, but maybe they are just this amazed by the turnout of this event. They are actually going for a greater time. They are going to make a school for jousting for all races. I would love to see that in the near future.
Very possible. And here we go. It's Roman against
Countdown is
Utep
gone,
Black.
and they are rolling.
Wow. And it's a miss.
No one
The
has
first
been
time was
hopped
a
off
miss.
of their horse yet. The jousters have begun for the first one. Here, the Bordeaux screams out. The countdown has gone again. And they are riding again.
Wow.
And it's
Another miss.
another miss.
Incredible.
You would expect that the humans would be better at this than the dwarves, but the dwarves are doing great in this. We're going for 3 rounds.
Oh!
Yeah, a hit
That's a
has
hit.
been occurred.
That's a fair
That is
hit.
definitely a hit. User's Blackfist is taking the first hit from Roman. Wow, you can definitely see that humans do have more experience on horsing. Their skill
very likely.
on their horse is...
Oh, and
Yes.
he's dehorsed. He's
Wow.
off his horse.
And he has been dehorsed, but he did get a hit in on Roman.
Yes, he did.
Which
But it's
is-
possibly a glancing blow to get dehorsed like that. Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Yes, we
I
don't
can't-
know whether it was the skill or just that the experience of the humans has just been overflowing. Because
So as
of
far as-
course the humans do have better horses, and they may have actually created or, well, you know,
Yeah.
made sure that the best horses bred with the best horses
No, of course.
to
But
be
what I would
going
say
into
is,
this.
I mean, Roman is known as one of the best jousters in the land. He has definitely been training for this for many years, squiring under some of the best in Enarion's lands. What I would say is that he is the favorite to win at this point. What I would also say is, for anybody who's new to watching jousting, if you are knocked off your horse, you lose. That is the end of it. If you are knocked off your horse, the points go to the opponent and they win. So losing your horse in the field of battle is definitely not what you want to be doing.
The next competitor has entered the field, Commander Vegan. The commander himself is getting onto the horse, and he will be dueling
Wow.
Richard. It's a nobility versus a commander. That is quite the setup we have here.
So Commander Vagon being from the elves. It's a very interesting setup he's got there. He's got some sort of very strange helmet with some hair. Who knows? Who knows what that is? But I'm interested to see if he can joust.
It does look like a
Oh.
mask or something.
And what happened there?
Something.
Oh.
I don't believe that Commander Vegan actually saw it coming. He was all stressed out or something.
I think Commander Vagon lost control of his horse. Unfortunately so.
He couldn't hold his horse, and
What's
actually
going on
didn't-
here?
wasn't able to do anything there.
Oh, nothing.
Commander,
Nothing on that.
Commander Vegan
Nothing
has difficulties with his horse. You can obviously see that. Apparently, he practiced a lot with jousting, but did not practice horse riding.
Perhaps the horse that he's been given here at the tournament is definitely better than the horse he has at home.
Perhaps he has been giving a male horse, where the Richard is using a female horse. That is a strategy that you could use, and it has been used before.
The crowd are shouting that
can't-
the elf is cheating. Perhaps the announcer would like to comment on that. Very interestingly so.
Commander Vagan has stepped off of the horse, and Commander Alaris has taken his place. Perhaps
It
it's
does
going
look
easier
like-
this way.
Oh, I
The
don't know what's
dwarves do
happening.
not
They're
agree.
switching. They're switching.
It does look that the elves do not agree with it.
That's interesting. It's a very interesting turn of events, really.
Yes, and Pierre de Bordeaux has made his announcement in respect for the rules. The winner is Richard for playing fair and following the rules. Yeah, cheating is not
Wow.
allowed in these kind of events.
Oh, that's such a shame. Such a shame. Such a disgrace for the elves at this point. Definitely the first disgrace the elves have had since the start. Who knows? It seems like everybody's having an interesting day.
Commander Alaris does not agree with this and just keep riding circles. I see people yelling. People are asking for a beheading here. They don't like the cheaters at all.
It's definitely not going to end well, I think, here.
But that, of course, is up to the Elven King or an Elven Queen.
It's the Elven
High
Queen.
Elves. The Elven Queen. It is the Elven Queen. It is up to her for the punishment that will be given.
Threats of violence and abuse coming from the stands, not great. But
Especially
yes.
the dwarves seem very offensive on this. Well, of course they are.
Mm.
Roman is back onto his horse. He is getting ready. He is ready to take another one off of their horse.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Ulrich. Ulrich is ready.
Ulrich. A
Ulrich
well-known
from the Dwarves.
person within this tournament arena. Definitely seen them before in the other bouts. and the other
Definitely a
battles.
crowd favorite for all the dwarves. However, will he be good enough to take off Roman?
It's very possible. I don't know how much jousting training he's had, but we will see. Definitely see what's coming.
No, Roman is not going. It's Richard who will be going. Apparently. Or, well, he did get onto his horse. There seems to be some difficulties on the human side. We are not sure who is going on the horse. Is it the elf? Is it the elf commander going for it?
Yes, I think they have replaced Commander Alvarez with the other commander who has now left. So you will see Commander Laris
In this
versus
place.
Ulrich, as far as I'm aware. Here we go.
Pierre de Boudin has shouted disregarding that last disqualification. We now have an elf versus a dwarf. What happened there? I did not see.
I'm not sure.
Did they miss each other or did they hit each other?
I'm not 100% sure.
It did look like they both missed.
I did.
Or no,
I
the
did.
people are all shouting that there is one hit. I
One
believe
hit.
it's then for the elves because it's the dwarves. And they miss each other again. Oh, that tension is building up once again. And once again they missed. Wow. They are on par. They are way more on par than any of the previous contenders.
Oh,
And the dwarf actually got a good hit in right there. It is now 1-1 apparently. No, it is 2 points. Ulrich has already got 2 points apparently. He got 2 hits in. However, it is still jousting, and even though he has 2 points in, he can still get knocked off his horse in one go. And that would mean everything.
Still an unknown
and
at this
hits
point.
once again. It is all unknown. The jousting is always unknown. That is the amazing part about jousting. Waiting for the 9th round already coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going very quickly.
And no hits.
No hits once again. 10th round, we are just counting.
Oh, wow.
And no hits again. Wow, the tension is building up very deeply here. They are very on each other's league.
The crowd are getting restless, I would say. Voice, the crowd are turning up the heat on the two, and they're saying that they are possibly missing on purpose.
Very logically that the crowd is getting rowdy because they want to see blood now. Especially after the elves did some cheating. They want to see blood.
And nothing yet again. Wow.
Nothing yet again. It is going very quickly. They want to see someone going on their back, and both the humans and the dwarves are currently going for the dwarves because they want to see the cheating gone. They want to see the cheating race gone now.
Oh, they've both been disqualified. Wow. Both have been disqualified. That is a turn off.
Both have been disqualified by Pierre de Bourdieu for taking too long.
Wow.
Not that weird that it did.
Wow. That's a turn up. That's an interesting one entirely.
That is a very interesting one. Both sides are not happy with this turnout, but it is logical that it happened.
It's very logical, but will the crowd respect that decision by Pierre?
I do not think so that they will. It is, of course, all by the humans. If the humans agree to this, to letting them go again, then of course we will be seeing. They will be going until one of them hits the ground. Pierre de Bourgeau has made his voice heard. Take it up with your feeble jousters. They should have knocked him from the horse. That is going.
Wow.
Hold on.
There's a lot of anger in the stands. Definitely a lot of anger in the stands.
Oh, they are angry, all right. Logical, of course.
Oh, definitely.
Their favorite warriors have both been disqualified for taking too long, for being too incompetent, apparently.
I really do wish they bring the next two fighters on quickly. And here we go. It's Roman versus Richard. I think this will be the next battle.
Surely does seem like it.
I think this is actually the final. I think this is the final. I think this is for the chips. Incredible. So you have on one side Roman, the legendary jouster from the humans from West Home, and on the other Richard, also from the humans. So this is definitely going to be a human win.
After all the dwarves have gone off and the elves are now, well, disqualified. Eventually you find the other humans once again standing at the pinnacle. Not only in archery, but also at jousting. They are dominating the war games.
It's unbelievable. It's an incredible thing.
See Roman get a hit on Richard.
Yes, I think you did.
I think I did. Let's see more hits this time.
Pierre is getting.
He is getting restless.
Very
he wants to see blood. He wants to see something.
Oh, and there you go.
And Richard,
as I
taking
said,
off his horse. That was a very strong hit right there.
Roman, being the best jouster in the land, has claimed the title without much issue whatsoever. What an incredible turnout.
Roman is very steady on his horse. You can see his riding skills from a mile away.
Oh, definitely.
He is scary. He is just scary on top of his horse. That would be a great hero in battle. However, and now, after the jousting has been done...
And you see that?
Yeah,
you see
Roman,
that?
Wow, that was a real show of skill.
The king of West Home, Edwin I, has applauded Roman. A good match. West Home is victorious. Definitely will be getting all the medals when he returns home.
Yeah, he has been called the champion of the jousting.
Wow.
Wow, that was a real show of skill. That was great to watch. And now we'll be going back to the melee. It is time to find a champion between the human and the elf that are currently in the finals. Almost. Was it an elf versus an elf? Yet still, the humans did take it back in the last possible moment by going 2-on-1. Taking all pride aside, they wanted to have a human in the final. So they went, and they did, and they managed. And as I have heard from the humans, it was a close call before the elf actually took one of them out.
Yeah. So Eadwulf of Muirfield will be up against the Royal Guard hero, as far as I'm aware. It's going to be an interesting one. There's definitely a storybook ending to this. So we have the Royal Guard hero on behalf of the elves, and we have Eadwulf of Muirfield on behalf of the humans. The dwarves obviously not in the final at all.
You can see the other dwarves are being angry. You can see their faces. Oh, they are definitely not angry for this.
Not happy at all.
They are not happy that they didn't even get close. Especially the king. Whew.
Lots of cheering for both sides from the stands. Quite an amazing thing, really.
Well,
to see it.
that is logical. This is a showdown between two races.
And here we go. We are starting now.
The countdown has begun, and the warriors are not charging at each other just yet. They are. Edwolf is going for some hit with the bow. The combos are going in.
The combos are going great.
Oh,
Edwolf
is taking. Wow, that was one long combo that he just had.
That was incredible.
That was a very quick one.
So the humans have now, I guess, won their respective
Humans have
bracket.
won the bracket in both the melee, in all the in melee, archery, and jousting. They have just taken everything.
Wow. Who would
The
have
show
thought
of
that?
skills by the humans is just insane.
Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that?
No
Unbelievable.
one would have expected this.
We thought the elves would have taken at least one of the archery or the melee, but it seems to be that the humans are coming up the rear. They are winning their tournaments. They are winning. They are winning the hearts and minds of the crowd.
They are winning everything right now.
So this is the interesting battle. The battle against the gladiator. The battle of time. The current gladiator champion of the tournament arena against our champion of the nations, Edwolf of Muirfield. So it will be an interesting one to watch.
It is a champion versus a champion right here. This is going to look drama.
Who knows how this will end?
The organizer asks if both sides are ready. This is going to look great to the number.
Barnabas de Corentine, he is well known throughout all nations. He is a destroyer of armies, a killer of men, women, children, and he doesn't care. He is by far probably one of the worst, most respected killers in this land.
Whether respected or not, he is the champion of the arena and he is taking the hits. He is going in quick.
Wow.
The combos are being shown, but Edwolf
Edwolf is now
actually takes him out.
unbelievable. He is now the champion of the nations and champion of the tournament arena. Unbelievable.
The humans have shown an incredible amount of skill right here. For going through all of the rounds, he actually beat the champion of the arena at the end by showcasing his skills, by making grand combos. Wow, that is all there is to say right here.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
That is unbelievable.
It ended so quickly. So quickly. I would imagine that the King of Westholme will be giving him some recompense, some reward for his great
He may
deed.
even create a title for this. This is
very likely.
grand. He did not only showcase his skill, he brought honor to the humans. And let's not forget the same thing about this. Let's not forget the same about the champions of both archery and jousting. They have, all three combined, they have brought great honor upon the human race. Can we get an update on the scores, Harold?
I have little clue. I think the overall scores will be known by the organizers of the event. It's definitely something that realistically we may have to go to them for.
We will certainly see that soon, and we are going for a grand event right here. It is time for a skirmish like you have never seen before. This is close to a war. For the skirmish, it is quite the same. It looks the same as a war game. It looks the same as the melee. There will be fighting 50 versus 50 versus 50.
Unbelievable. I don't think
That is
something like this has
unbelievable.
never been attempted in one space before. It will be a real stress on the forces fighting because it's such a small area for 50 v 50 v 50. And it's very
That is
interesting.
definitely a small arena, but the turnout is going to be great.
Oh, definitely. I
Bets
think
will be made, and of course, the victors, wow, they will gain money. They will gain riches beyond imagination.
Oh, very likely. I think this is the last, if it is tied to nations, which I think it might be, or it might not be, I'm not 100% sure, but if it is, the nations will definitely reward those who have fought and those who win in the 50 v 50 v 50.
Not to forget 8 Wolf of Meerfield. I don't know, is he a commoner or is he a mobility?
He is a lord.
Nobility.
He's a lord of Westholm.
He's a lord already.
Yes, but I'm sure that he will be given.
I'm sure he will be rewarded.
Something better, something much larger, possibly a ducal title, or a marquis title. But it is what it is. It is what he will be given by the king of Westholm.
This is all up to the king. And as said in the event chat, we are currently putting the event on hold. We are having a little bit of a break, but we also need to take a rest. We will return later. Have you anything to say for everything that has happened up till now?
Absolutely incredible. I don't think I was expecting some of the upsets we've seen today. It'll be good to take a little break and come back fighting for the largest battle I think we've ever seen in this tournament arena.
We definitely will. We will, and the moment we will come back, it's for the grand final skirmish of 50 v 50 v 50. That is going to be great to watch. And I can't imagine that any of the royals doesn't want to see this, because I do think that we will see all of the royals currently who are present inside of this area are going to fight in the final skirmish. I can see two people just fighting each other for fun.
I think when we come back, it'll be an interesting one to see. But I do think it will be possibly the next 20 to 30 minutes thereabouts. But yes, it'll be good.
And that is that for right now, and we will be seeing all of you later on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we are definitely back. The event is starting in a few minutes. It is going to be a skirmish of 50 between 50 and another 50. I do not know whether it's inside the arena or outside of the arena, because, well, that is going to be a lot of people at the same time.
I think it might be outside of the arena, but I'm not too sure, boys. I think it might be outside the arena.
Always open. The doors can always open, and then they will go in there. But we will see after. We will, of course, see when the battle is starting. I can see on the... I believe it is the north side. I can see one army at least gathering of the dwarves. Yeah, in the north, dwarves are gathering all together. That is one amazing turn-off.
Oh wow! I can see the humans have turned up as well, in force with the love hearts. They are basically to the south. There's quite a few
on the other side.
Yeah, their horses all have gold armor, obviously showing their wealth. The human side, obviously, all love hearts, the best way to be. And then the dwarven side looks like it's all
the
stars.
The dwarven side are all...
Yeah,
they are in there.
They are the blue stars. There's definitely more dwarves at the moment than there are humans. This could be very interesting. It's now been changed to a 40v40v40, which is very interesting.
Apparently, the tournament wasn't as great as the event coordinators imagined.
I think it's just the fighters. I think it's just the fighters' voice. I think you know, there's only so many fighters and there's only so many blacksmiths. So
never mind. I'll take that back. I found the elves. There are not many elves. The elves are on the west of the arena.
Oh wow! No, there are a few elves here. I think they're still getting.
There are very few elves. I expected way more from them, actually.
I think they're still getting assembled, boys. I think there's still a few of them to come around. I think we still have about 5 minutes before this kicks off. So I do think that they will continue to get larger. The numbers on both sides, on all three sides, will swell. As you can see here, they are the Greehn. The Greehn clovers.
The Greehn of the elves.
Yeah, the Greehn clovers. So you've got the Greehn clovers against the blue diamonds and the red love hearts. It's going to be an interesting battle, I think.
It really is showcasing which sides everyone is on. I am looking good forward to this, although the humans do have more, like way more horsemen than any of the others.
You do also have to realize that the humans have obviously Roman, the best jouster in the land, and they also have the Muirfield,
the best warrior.
Yeah, the Muirfield, the best PvP warrior, the best warrior on the field of battle. So it's going to be an interesting battle between all three.
The thing that I am looking forward to the most, to be honest, is the Queen of the Elves.
Mm-hmm. You would also have to realize, I guess, or understand that at the end of the day, you've got probably a little bit of tactics to come in as well. So the tactics are going to be quite a large part of it.
This is going to show the outcome of this is going to show how it would be going inside of a PvP starts in 10 seconds. We have the countdown going already. While this is going to happen. This is how a war would look like. The biggest turnout in a three-way battle.
There's definitely some stats going on, some statistics going on for the humans. They're all moving out. They're actually moving backwards, which is a very interesting tactic. The humans are moving backwards, and the elves, they're holding their choke point. I tell you what, and without a word of a lie, it's very possible that the humans are trying to flank the elves. This is a very interesting turn of events. The dwarves, however...
On the other hand, you also have the dwarves who are trying to do the exact same.
Oh yeah, because they've just disappeared. Their starting point is empty. They will be probably...
Their starting point is empty. They have gone to the east, I believe. I saw them moving.
They are fighting.
I can see a few singular dwarves going up the mountains probably
yes.
scouting the area to find any possible placements wherever the enemy could be.
I mean, realistically, what they're all fighting over is the castle in the middle, the main hub or the spawn of our land of Enarion,
the
where
arena.
everybody, yeah, where everybody comes from. So this is neutral ground, or should be. But the winner of this should, dictate.
The
who
elves
has...
are moving towards the middle right now. They
Oh,
are
wow.
at the arena. They are going for it. They want this
No,
arena
I
to
think-
be theirs.
I think they've realized what was happening. I think they've realized that the two forces have tried to flank them, and they have taken up refuge over the bridge, which is very interesting.
They are just standing here. They are being attacked by the dwarves who have tried to attack the humans.
Oh wow, look at this. This is incredible. The humans and the dwarves.
The humans and the dwarves are currently skirmishing. No, wait. Are those the elves?
Those are the elves.
The
No, it's
elves
the
and
elves.
the dwarves.
The elves,
The
the
elves
dwarves.
and the dwarves are skirmishing.
The dwarves have come out of the human starting area, have done a full 180, and they have come barreling down the road to try and catch either the humans or the elves unaware. But the elves are now.
And they are
firmly-
skirmishing with the elves currently. I do not see
Oh, yes.
death.
There's lots of
going
arrows.
on.
Lots of arrows.
There
Lots
are
of
just
arrows.
lots of arrows. The elves do have probably better archery skills. They definitely have more bows.
It's very likely.
They are shooting their arrows like there's no tomorrow.
Well, they are using some of these tents as cover, which is what I said. There's going to be more statistics going on in the battle. What I would say also, Voice, is that as time goes on, the nations will have wars. They will have, proper wars where you may have 150, 200 people on either side. And this is just a testament of, how many people these nations can actually rally in short notice. Rallying 40 good, able-bodied people in short notice is a very interesting thing to do. But as you can see here, there is 0 to nothing. There is 0 lag. There is 0 problems with plugins. It's all going very smoothly. And again, it comes down to skill. It's quite an amazing feat, actually, to have this many people in one area. There's a lot of other
What
places
I am
out there, a lot of other
wondering right
servers.
now is where the humans have gone. They have
I think-
completely disappeared.
I don't know, Voice. They will come out of the woodwork soon, I'm sure, but I think they've probably got the best plan of the 3. They will come out at the end, and they will decimate the winners of this one. Who knows? It could be an interesting
The
fight.
dwarves are going to take a step closer towards the elves. I see some of the elves are trying to find a way around to make sure it's some sort of
Oh
flanking
wow!
is possible.
I'll tell you
but
what. I will tell you what, Voice. I know where the humans are. They are actually behind the arena.
They are behind the arena.
They are behind the
I
arena.
see them. They are on top of the hills. Ooh, they
Mhm.
have just barely missed dwarves.
They are hiding in behind the arena, waiting for.
They are going
one-
around it right now. They are going to
This
try
is gonna
and
be-
back
this
up
is-
the
this will-
elves. The elves have disappeared.
will-
They are going over the bridge towards
This will
the
be
castle
a
that they
total
started at.
bloodbath. Now we are stuck on this choke point here of the bridge.
Now we will
either
see
side.
whether the humans want to rush in more than the dwarves do.
And oh wow, look at this.
And they do. They are going for the fight. This is the fight of the bridge itself. And it all comes down right now to the it all comes down to the dwarves right now. If the dwarves
I
are
understand that,
coming
Voice.
in,
But I'm curious as to where the
I see the humans are splitting up. I
where the
see.
dwarves have gone. So the dwarves are currently trying to pick off some of the humans, and that's
The
incredible.
humans who have gone
moved on.
alone.
They have moved on. The humans have moved over. They are still kiting the enemy. So you have dwarves and humans on one side, and you have the elves on the other. Funnily enough, in their starting positions, they've gone back to the starting positions. All that running for nothing.
Have each of them gone back to the starting positions?
Yes, every single one of them. Every one of them has gone back to the starting positions. It's a very interesting
Except
turn
the
of events.
dwarves.
Well, they were there.
The dwarves
they were
are
there.
now. A few of them are here. That's for
They,
sure. But
they were there, and then they've moved on.
Where are they? Where's
I
the
think
rest
they're
of the
going.
dwarves?
They're going to try and do the same thing they did before, and they'll probably try and flank the elves.
Right, I see more. I see more dwarves here. Yeah. Oh, they're all at the northern side. Northern side, far north. I think they're trying to find a way to catch the elves off guard. I see some of the elves have actually made a boat for scouting.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a push by the elves.
Are going.
Oh wow, somebody's already
The elves
down.
are pushing.
Somebody's already down.
They are going to have some. They
RV
are hunting a few of the lone humans.
RV de Retford looks like he is probably worse for wear, to be honest with you. But here they come. Here come the elves. They are full
skirmish is now
push.
beginning.
Oh, and they are retreating. They are retreating a little bit. They are retreating.
The elves are going to try to play as defensive as
Fledgling.
possible. They know how the humans play.
Oh boy, fledgling Viscado. He
And
has been caught.
I see him. Ooh.
He has been caught out. He makes it home though. He makes it home just. Both sides.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Very
Hold
close,
up! The dwarves are right behind the elves. The elves have been pushed back into the dwarves. What an incredible play by the dwarves.
Oh, they are good. They are soon going back over. Yeah, the skirmish is really beginning between the elves and the dwarves now. You can see elves swarming everywhere within the dwarves.
The humans, the elves, and the dwarves here, all fighting one another.
The humans are just running into the greater skirmish.
Wow, look at
It
this.
is a mass.
This is a
Mass
massive
of
guy.
different races.
But what I would say,
The
was-
only-
what I would say,
The
what I
only
would say
difference.
is, look at
Go ahead.
this server. Look how little lag there is. I'm not sure if you've ever played. Not sure if you've ever played a server like this before, but when you have over 120, 130, 140 people in the same chunk, it lags. It lags real bad. But look at this. There is zero lag.
It is supposed to like real bad. But
There's
there
zero
is
lag. This is all
barely
skill.
any.
No, barely any at all.
Maybe
Yeah.
some clients like this lag.
Oh, very likely. But you have to also remember, we have 189 players online right now. It's not just the people fighting here, there's also the people otherwise. And I tell you what, our TPS is at 20, which is the best TPS you can have. So it's incredible. It's something that we have been trying to do. I'm talking with my staff hat on now rather than my commentator hat. It's something that we've been trying to do for a very long time, and it's nice to finally see it in action and working.
It does look amazing. You can see
I wish I
the
was fighting myself.
The dwarves are currently pushing the humans backwards. I cannot see any elves left standing except for 3 left at their starting position. 4 left. 4 elves left while the dwarves and the humans are fighting.
This could be
The
quite
humans are
interesting.
being pushed back though. I do think that the dwarves are currently pushing. If only by sheer numbers. Oh wow, I'm just seeing one human being slaughtered.
And it looks
Oh
like a
yeah,
retreat.
the humans are now fleeing.
It looks like a retreat.
They don't
on
want to
the
go
human
for this
side.
anymore.
They will be chased as far as I'm aware, as far as I can see. How far are they willing to go though? That's the question. That is the question. How far are they willing to go? And will they kite them all the way around, or will they will have to turn eventually and fight? But the dwarves
Roman
look
is
very
trying
strong.
for a flank.
The dwarves definitely look very strong.
Dwarves do look very strong. They are a force to be reckoned with.
You know, where they didn't
They
win anything
have
in the tournament, this is
All the
definitely
way
a
to the
come.
next bridge behind the castle already. They have gone far.
This is definitely a come up for the dwarves. It's not, you know, they maybe lost at the tournament, but this is them showing their might now, their strategical might against another nation or two. It's an incredible thing to see, and it looks like they are mopping up here. It looks like that they are getting rid of the last humans this time. Wow.
Oh, definitely. The humans have shown that they have individual strength comparable to none other. However, the dwarves, as a union together, fighting as one big war machine, they are a force to be reckoned with, as long as they stick together. Wow.
So the dwarves have chased down the last human. He is trying to run away.
Oh, the last human is on the other side of the water, actually.
Yes,
I believe
he's the last
Roland
human.
is
He's
still
running.
alive.
He's definitely running.
Roland's on his horse. This is the last human alive. And the dwarves aren't catching up to him because he is quick now.
He is definitely flying down the road.
And the last
they'll get him
human here,
eventually.
Cyril is just... He is just trying to get out of reach now.
It's a very cowardly act.
It's a coward now, but he's being chased by 3, 5, 8, 20
Oh, more
very
than that,
small dwarves. Yes, scary dwarves. Because if you see them, that is just... You don't want to see that every day. And he has
He's gone.
left his
He's gone.
His soul has left his body now.
Wow. What a great fight.
It was seriously scary. Now, how about the elves at their castle? They have pushed back onto the bridge. Are they still with the 4 of them alive? I cannot find anyone.
There are a couple
I
of
can
elves
see a
here.
human alive actually at that same bridge. He is currently
Oh.
at those trees. Oh, look at that.
I
That
would
is
say.
fairly interesting.
I would say.
He's having an archery battle with another dwarf, but
Well, it's very likely that. It's
Did I
very likely
hear
that.
the
I
court
think.
say?
I do think that it's very likely that the dwarves will be declared the winners of this war, of this mini war, of this skirmish. It's very likely. Incredible.
The dwarves are definitely murdering. The dwarves together, they are the winners of the skirmish. That much is clear right here. In a 1v1, the humans are victorious. But the moment that it becomes a number thing,
It becomes dwarves
the
all day,
humans
every
don't
day.
stand a chance.
Oh, very much so. Incredible. Honestly, one of the best things I've watched all week, actually.
Neither the elves nor the dwarves, neither the elves nor the humans have had any chance in this. They are just poding. Wow.
I think they're just mopping up now.
Yeah, right now it's just cleaning.
Wow. Incredible. Definitely one of the better things I've seen in the last couple of days.
Some of the spectators not belonging to any of the factions was just watching everything unfold. Logically, of course, because the dwarves, no matter what their size is, this was one scary moment. Most of them are still alive, like more than half of them. That is the scary part about the dwarves right here. There is one elf that they are currently charging from the bridge onward. That is just... That is scarier than any Need for Speed movie that I've ever seen. Wow. You just watch this, man. Oh, the poor elf. I believe that was the mop-up. I believe only the dwarves are standing now.
I think
I
there
don't
are
think there's
maybe,
anyone left.
and there we go. The dwarves have won the fight. Incredible.
And there it is. The broadcast have told us.
And look at the chat. Look at the chat. The chat is going crazy. Wow.
It's all GG from the dwarves now. And of course, that is logical. Because this was
So,
incredible.
in summary, voice, the dwarves may have won the larger battle. They may have won the skirmish of all skirmishes. However, when it comes to individual talent, as you say, the humans shine bright. They shine brighter than anybody else. They have the jouster. They have the melee. They have a decent archer as well. So it's an interesting one to think about, possibly, that they have all this talent. Perhaps they need to relate it back to strategy.
The dwarves are going currently in a frenzy at the arena's place. They are looking for the announcer who, basically
Oh wow!
did them wrong. It's all up to Pierre now. Is he handing over his announcer, or is he? Probably he won't. Probably he won't.
Pierre is definitely not. Probably won't be feeling very good right now. That's for sure. They want the announcer. Hilarious.
Well, people, this was this great skirmish of the fantasy roleplay server. Wow. Just wow, I'm speechless right here, right now. That was a way bigger turn of events than I had ever hoped for.
Well, I think the big part that has, I think, amazed a lot of people, from the people who were fighting, from the people who are watching, is that, you know, it hasn't been done before. Fighting this larger battle on a server like this, without lag, without TPS drop, it hasn't been done before, and this is just a taste of what's to come, because we have a lot more planned. I do reckon that there will be 200 v 200 battles, or possibly larger, possibly even larger than that. So, you know, when nations go to war, it becomes a real thing, and everybody gets involved.
Definitely everyone has been involved. This has been a turnout that has been way bigger than anything I've seen before. This is probably bigger than anything the server has seen before.
And it's bigger than all our competitors have seen before.
And I'm sure we're all looking forward to the next time something like this is going to occur. I want to thank everyone who is currently watching the stream. I want to thank everyone who has been participating. I want to thank you, my co-host, for the amazing time that we've had.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Voice. Thank you very much for everything.
And we will see you all in the next big event on